We're live, though. You want to clap anyways? Let's do it.
2.
It's my phone. 3. You're stupid. Bam. Live for realsies this time, huh? Funsies. How you been doing today,
Doing
Mr.
good.
Turner? Do you have a good lunch?
I did. All right. Well, I did. Shout out to Friendly Market, the entire crew there. Had the chicken tacos.
Yep. I'll give you two guesses. Where do you think I had lunch today?
Somewhere downtown.
Yep.
What'd you eat?
Mia's, man. Speech bumps.
Oh, my gosh, so good.
Yeah, today I got the wonderful meatball sub. It's incredible.
What's today, Monday?
Yep.
Yeah.
Think so.
Mia, your entire staff and the team.
It's so good.
So good. All right.
You look a little tired. Did you get some rest last night?
Well, every time we're here under the light, you look a little tired. Are you okay?
I
Are you
always
alive?
say that. When do you sleep? All the time.
I have something for you before we start.
Uh-huh.
So, sparkling water with the bubblies. Are you ready?
I'm not a big bubbly guy.
Here you go.
Oh, we're going to drink this.
Right. So I have lime.
Lime is something that I would drink if I was sick and needed help vomiting.
Right.
Oh, yeah. This is a memorandum of
ASMR.
That's like better than our clap.
That's better than a clap. On the custom Tri-Work Studios coasters here. Okay.
So we're supposed to drink these. I hate these
Go
things.
ahead. Give me. So it is. Josh is drinking raspberry. Is it a Kai?
What is that supposed to be?
I have no idea.
Aha. Raspberry. Yeah.
It's good, man.
Yours is good? What makes it good? There's nothing sweet about it. It's just bubbly with like a hint
it's
of...
It's better for you. It doesn't have the aspartame and all, yeah.
So what we're selling here is this better for you.
I guess. I just want you to try it. What do you think? Would you drink it again?
No. I'm thirsty, though, so I'm going to drink it.
Speedway wasted 99 cents. Actually, $1.49.
99 cents?
$1.40. I think it was $1.49.
Good gracious. You get like 2 Mountain Dews for that.
The reason why they're here is because this is the gas episode for Crystal Coast.
Oh, my goodness. How many people out there had problems with gas?
I got this at the gas station.
We were fortunate. The big van.
We?
Me.
I'll say me.
Diesel. No, we. I was fortunate.
Okay.
The van uses diesel and not as in crazy supply as some of the regular based fuel product available.
Where did we get gas? When we went?
Havelock.
So we went to Craven shoot
for
the live stream. We're coming back. We're like, where's the gas? Where's the gas?
We were calling some people in on the way back. Hey, man, if I can't find diesel, do you have a supply for me?
We keep those on the top secret.
Nobody will be named.
Top secret.
We had a backup plan in case it didn't happen local.
Lots of tanks.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So.
Havelock we had, was it Speedway? No.
Man, it's the one you never stop at. Shell.
Shell, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, Shell. Like,
who stops at a Shell?
I've never stopped at Shell in my life. It's all a nice older.
We're Jim Davis. We're Davis fans down here.
Yeah,
Davis Fuel. All right, coming up, Crystal Coast Gas episode. It's been ridiculous.
This weekend was weird. Like, so I feel like this weekend there are less people in the town than there have been the whole winter.
I don't know.
I felt like, at least on my standpoint, coming down Highway 24, I was like, is there a hurricane? Because I felt like the whole place was empty compared to what it was a week ago. I don't think people came down because of the gas and stuff, plus graduations and stuff.
That's true. So you and I have had some conversations with some business partners and local folks who was like, are we going to see less traffic because of the gas shortage, a.k.a. freak out? I didn't think so.
Mia said so. Mia said it was a little
she
bit.
did?
She says considerably lower this weekend. So
it might not have felt like it. More staycation.
Or I just think maybe they were here and they didn't leave the house. That's probably the better of the two. I think people just didn't leave the house.
Our family didn't change our habits, but we were cognizant of like, okay, we got gas. Don't lose our
premium fuel is still premium if you can find it.
Still bags over the gas tanks.
Can't find it.
Do you have Gas Buddy app on your phone?
No, I don't. I don't. I don't really worry about the gas thing until it's time. I'm not like Nancy though. Nancy will say I got 2 more miles and it's gone, and you're like, oh, I know that's lying to me.
So I have to ask you how far do you take your tank down until you must refuel?
No, I'm not the guy that burns it out. So
where are you at? Where you at?
So I
60 miles?
I fuel up based off my schedule. Like, so literally, if I know that I'm going somewhere this further than what that says tomorrow, but I know I've got 10 minutes to do it
You're
today.
You're a planner.
I fill it up because I know tomorrow it's going to be a problem.
That was going to be really loud, by the way.
Did you pop it?
I peed the P word.
Yeah.
Not physically peed into
You peed the P word.
I peed into the microphone.
That's nice.
So you're a planner, so you know you're 170 miles on a trip.
Yep.
I say Greenville to Raleigh, 72, 77 miles.
But I feel like lately that's been my life. I feel like lately my life is planned at all points, at all moments.
How did we get to the gas? So we were doing a little looking and trying to work at the same time. Like, what? All of a sudden, we're gas freak.
We saw a 1998 Ford F-250, and that guy was just filling it up. We pulled in, filled up, and left, and he was still filling up. That guy was like...
Someone told me it might be an internet meme or some funny stuff, because never believe anything you'll see on the internet now. Someone was filling up with gas bag. They're filling gas up in plastic
Walmart bags. Yeah, they were Walmart. They're double bagging it. They were. That's the inside thing, by the way.
Gas bombs.
Yeah, they were double bagging it, and they're filming the whole thing. Gas is pouring out the bottom.
I did see some 55-gallon barrel drums full of.
You
fuel.
can. So anybody that really wants to prepare, you can go to just up the road. What's the? It's not where Big Lots used to be.
This is good.
What's that? Farm Supply, Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supply.
They sell, fuel tanks.
We're just dropping names all day.
And they're like $100. Like, you can get a huge metal, legit fuel tank for. It's worth it.
Facebook lift off this live stream has now just tanked because we just named every corporate brand.
I can't believe I'm drinking this again.
Oh, you know what we did do? So it's been very, very busy here for the entire team in all kinds of good ways. But we forced ourselves in a positive way to film something on a personal level.
It was fun.
Tell us what's it all about.
Yeah, so
Cheddar Bows.
Yeah, Cheddar Bows. So it's up for discussion. How many times have you been to a different Bojangles?
Oh, it's a debate. And
each Bojangles, you say, well, the Morehead City Bojangles is better. The Newport Bojangles is better. The Cedar Point Bojangles is better. And then ultimately the Atlantic Beach is better. So we set out on a mission about a week or so ago, a week. We just finally put it together.
We talked about it first. It was like, we have to do
the Constants. Like, so we did Constants. Like, so I got nothing but Cheddar Bows, and you got something that I've never heard of before.
A butter biscuit.
A butter biscuit. Who goes to, anyways. You'll learn more about that in the episode. What is a butter biscuit?
Butter biscuit, Cheddar Bow.
And a Cheddar Bow.
All 4 in Carteret County.
All 4, and we rated every one of them, except for a couple of times we forgot to rate them, but we still knew where they were categorized based off of how they taste.
Because everybody in our circles talks about
which is
eateries and Bojangles and which one is better, what do you get when you get there. So we ranked everything from the experience to drive-through.
There was a clear winner, and no doubt clear winner. We're not going to release it today. We have the video. We may launch after this live video, maybe tomorrow or something. Cool. That's done. It is a little long-winded, but it's fun.
The people need to see it. I want to know your reaction and comments on what you think, even in this comment section below as we're live right now. Josh may be able to see it, but I won't. Yeah, like which Bojangles in Carteret County is better, and then we'll launch our video. You can actually see it. I had a staple that I thought was like hands down. Josh, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be the best Bojangles in the county of all 4 of them that we have, and I was woefully taken back. Look, what are they?
Chris said no Bojangles is good. He said no Bojangles is good. Oh. That could be sacrilege.
That hurts, man.
There's people.
You lose your Carteret County card for that.
Yeah, he might want to delete the comment. Because, Chris, you may want to delete the comment. This guy's an avid fisherman with a great charter business, and there may be people that just flat out.
I don't bring bananas on your boat.
True.
Don't smack the Cheddar Bow.
Don't smack.
But you know what? It's true. No Bojangles is healthy for you, though.
True.
It's good stuff, though. Soul searching.
Oh, so is the comment maybe it's not healthy?
Perhaps. So
but is anything healthy? Lincoln. I'm going to talk about Lincoln the kid. Yeah, apparently this is healthy. You turn 40 and you drink sprinkled water. You turn 40 and it's nothing but sparkling water.
Yeah, I respect it, though. Bojangles is not the best.
I feel like I'm taller than you off my chair today. This is great.
Or I'm just slouching.
You're a little bit slouching down. I like your shirt.
Lincoln. Oh, yeah.
Beaufort Grocery? What's that?
It's my favorite eatery. This is an old Bo Grocery. I forgot I had it on. You're wearing the No Mistakes.
No mistakes.
Just happy accidents.
Just happy accidents.
Bob Ross, Bob Ross t-shirt.
This was given to me by one of my best friends in the planet for Christmas.
Who's that?
She knows who she is.
So Lincoln, as you discover your Acai, raspberry, AHA, sparkling water, Lincoln, healthy eater, your son?
So I think he's learning something at school about healthy eating because every meal, Daddy's this healthy.
He's smart.
Daddy, is this healthy? Is this healthy? And I don't know what to tell him because I don't think anything we ever give him is really healthy. Breakfast is like, let's grab a Pop-Tart and go. But he's so stinking skinny. Like, I am that parent. Like, we don't want to give him junk. But he's so skinny. Like, I want him to eat as much as I can get the kid to eat because he burns it so fast. He asked me if pizza was junk. was like, no, I don't think so. But because I'm 40. When I grew up, we had the food groups,
right?
The cheese group, the bread group, baby. The meat group. Pyramid. If you're hitting all those pieces of the pyramid, you are eating solid. Nowadays,
a pyramid. You had a food pyramid.
Nowadays, it's too scientific.
Poultry and fish.
Yeah, poultry and fish is it.
Beans, legumes.
That's it, and some salad. It's crazy.
We were supposed to talk about a few things just in general. You and I were having a long discussion along with Nancy and some other staff members that were here about some recollections of Tri-Works first days.
Oh, my gosh.
Tri-Works first days. I saw some video that we have stuffed away. I was like, this is not going on. That logo from the beginning of time, it wasn't terrible.
No, it was terrible.
It was free. It was free software.
True.
It wasn't terrible.
Yeah, I mean, so we've been doing this for such a long time and like trying to come up with some ideas for some shows and stuff beyond some of the fun stuff we want to do. I wrote down just some memorable times along the progression of Tri-Works.
It is so much, just a lot.
And you come along. I mean, you just look back and you're thankful and you're like, my gosh, it came such a long way. So there was a few distinct stories along that line.
$1 million listing guy. You told me a story about that.
Yeah.
So just the 5-second version. So California, the $1 million listing guy. Did you?
Yeah. So I don't watch a lot of Bravo. Yeah. Nancy does. I don't. So we were out there on a Parker boat shoot. The guy out there, maybe he's watching Eric. We're fishing and everything else, and so we get done a long day of shooting, and we get in the car, we all go to have lunch somewhere, and I'm just like, chatting them up, like, well, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? And this one guy goes, yeah, I do a little bit of real estate. I'm like, oh, cool. Have you ever seen that $1 million listing show? He's like, yeah. I mean, he didn't talk bad. He's like, yeah. And then I specifically started talking about a couple of characters there that were known to be quite outlandish that I did remember. I was like, and I mentioned the name.
Did you know he was the man?
No.
You like, whatever.
No.
Whatever guy.
So I mentioned the one name of the one I did know because, again, I'm trying to build rapport or whatever. Right. I'm like, is that guy really drunk all the time? I literally asked him, I was like, that guy really drunk all the time? He's that crazy? He's like, yeah, he's a little crazy or whatever. And so... anyways, we got through the whole ordeal. We're at lunch, and then the guy that had hosted us there, and I was talking about what everybody does. I was like, how's that guy just fish all the time? He's like, oh man, he's like a pretty big real estate guy. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, have you ever seen that show, $1 million listing? And I said, yeah. He goes, yeah, he's on that show. I'm like, no, he's not. I was like, he's like, yeah. He's like, he's not a absolute regular all the time, but he makes cameos all the time. So I had to go back and watch Foot and Mouth. Foot and Mouth. Totally on there. So if you do go to the Parker Boat feeds, we have some California photography.
Yeah,
he's in almost 90% of those shots.
Did you ever do weddings?
Yes. Yeah, man.
Did you ever
do
what was some? We just started like early. Josh starting out. What were some of the venues you hit? I heard you did a nightclub or two.
Yeah, so early days.
You filmed nightclubs?
Yeah, man. Do you remember Cabana Club?
I remember of it. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not
Cabana
a Carter County native,
Club.
So yeah, I remember of it.
We used to. She used to have like
Atlanta Beach, right?
No, over here where Midnight Rodeo was.
Oh no, Midnight Rodeo.
There's a many. There's a few different names.
It's a church now.
It is a church now.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
They've been cleansing that for a hot minute.
Yes, heal the demons.
Yeah, so I was hired to do
exorcise the demon
promo videos for different events. Halloween,
yeah.
They had like some back in the day. They used to bring in some pretty baller musicians. So Andy Grammer, I got to film them.
Whoa, Andy Grammer, yeah.
Yeah, what's that? The country singer, the blonde girl.
That narrows it down.
That's it. Kobe Collette.
Is
that how you say it?
Not a really country singer, more of a folk song person.
Yeah, so filmed her,
folk singer.
Photographed them, a bunch of different stuff early days.
Is it Kobe Calais? Yeah, Kobe Calais.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
She came here?
Yep. DJ Scribble.
Scribs?
Who remembers MTV back in the 90s?
Oh, I do, man. DJ Scribble was in Carteret County.
So I have footage of like OG footage. The winner of American Idol, remember the guy that was just like super scuffy?
That narrows it down too. They're all scruffy and country.
Got to film him as well, have his stuff.
Man.
But yeah, early we got to shoot things in the dark, and I learned a lot then.
Progressing forward, I'll ask you about General Gray in a second because I think that story is outstanding. We live in a military community, and I think most people would appreciate that. But before I do that, I was going to throw one at you. Last time we talked about hot pockets, and we were talking about cell phones. Front pocket and back pocket, and you and I went at it hard.
Yeah, I've caught you a few times using the front pocket.
That is not true. You have not.
I have.
I have not had
I can think of at least one time getting in the van, you had the phone in your front pocket. Chris Pruitt. Horrible. Chris Pruitt, this is a fact.
Chris Pruitt, I do not put
he did
my phone in the front pocket.
Talked to Chris this morning.
big old vibrating mess in your front pocket. It's horrible.
Chris categorized. You got to see, whenever you see Chris, though, he often has many pockets. So a side pocket could be categorized as a front pocket.
This is true. All right, chapstick. So I want to know from you and you, especially. Yeah, don't even look at my notes.
Oh yeah,
chapstick. I personally am curious. I can't stand chapstick. My wife can attest to that. Are you a chapstick person?
No, I'm never a chapstick person.
Where do you put it? Like, why do you put it on?
Why would you ever?
You moisten? Keyword.
Moisten. Your lips. Moist lips are important.
Horrible. Chapstick is horrible.
I have used it though. I mean, I've used it like
when?
Like when you go to Wyoming and you absolutely have to have it, like a little bit of Vaseline stuff, but not like there's people that do this all the time.
I can't. Like, have a little bulb. My wife has this like little circle thing, and it's like an
egg.
And
then you have like the chapsticks, the jelly stuff that you put on your lips that has a flavor, which makes you lip them. That makes it's counterproductive. Why would you make something that makes you lick your lips?
So we agree on chapstick, but not on cell phones.
Yeah, I agree with him. And Nancy's all the time putting the chapstick. You want some? Every time she puts chapstick, do you want some? No. How many times do I have to say no?
So I guess
I'm appreciative of
your wife and my wife are the same because my wife is chapstick possessed. Like, not obsessed, possessed.
All the time.
All the time.
What's her brand?
Right.
You don't say brand. Is she like the jelly stuff or literally the ones that screw out?
With the flavors in it? I guess it's any form of chapstick.
Is it the Vaseline base?
So much so at Christmas time, if I buy her like the 60 packs, like, oh my gosh, yes.
How long does she go through it? Like like a stick.
And it's like crack rock. Before we go to General Gray, I had another one. Because we're talking about Bojangles, and I'll lead you in because you're looking at comments too in a good way. Drive-thru etiquette, you and I were talking about, I had to bring it back. So there's some rules you and I have about the drive-thru. I think we're on the same page. What are some of the pet peeves of drive-thru? I'm going to give you one.
Especially if there's a line. I'm sorry. Especially if there's already a line in the drive-thru.
If you don't know your order in the drive-thru, and you and I, we're drivers. We're driving.
Yep.
3 or 4 people in the car. Do you allow a 2-order car drive-thru? Let me explain what it is.
Yeah. 1
car, multiple orders, yes or no?
I have one thought for that. How cheap are you? You know what I mean? Like if you're at McDonald's, like seriously, if you're this is anybody out there. Ugh. If you're at McDonald's and you're with your boy and you're like, hey, 2 number 1s, and you're like, hey man, no, we're gonna separate this out. $5 you, $5 me. You need to work harder. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to work harder, or you should have the agreement before you buy the dollar menu or whatever it is. Like, look, I'm getting it this time, you get it next time. But to break that into 2 transactions is just no.
Well, number 2, if you're at McDonald's, you need to step back.
God,
you need to go. You need to revisit Bojangles.
What? I like their fries.
All right, the next one for the drive-through experience, and please comment if you agree or disagree. Cell phones. Will you have a cell phone at your ear, on your face, or talking on a cell phone in any way, even hands-free, and order a drive-thru? I can't do that because it drives me nuts.
Why would you do that? Do people do that?
Yes.
People are on their phone talking. Oh, you know, I think I've actually done that before. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Business call, whatever. You know, you pull up, you're starving, you want to roll in, you're at the Bojangles getting a cheddar bun.
Sorry, hold. I got to make my order.
Oh, you're courteous. You hold.
Yeah, hold. Can you hold, please? I have to make my order. Yes, could I have a number 2, supersized, whatever you're doing? No,
I can't take it.
Call you back or just don't answer.
Skin crawls.
Or do you just wait before you go into the drive-thru?
I hang up.
Oh.
I don't even put them on mute. It's like I got to go drive-thru.
Yeah, but normally when you go to a drive-thru, there's either going to be a line or no line. So kind of weighing the time of that action shouldn't be difficult.
The last one for you. And I think you and I agree on this one. I'll give it away. So I am emphatic about you must decide before we get to the sign. And I need to know your order before you lean across and shout out.
Nancy's over there right now thinking we're making fun of her.
No. This is all my crew.
I am. This is meal after meal. I love my wife. Don't get me wrong, but every meal. Well, what is you going to pull up? Like, what are you going to get? I'm like, number 3. Boom. Well, what are you going to get?
Becca, if you're watching and you're out there, that's my wife. Is
it the same thing?
Yeah, she'll decide like midway through my order.
What is the dilemma?
And it'll be something.
I truthfully never understood this. I wish Nancy was on the show because I've never understood the dilemma because I'm in.
The menu's the same.
Yeah, it's the same, but there's also going to be another meal.
Chick-fil-A,
like I feel like this is not your last meal. Like if you don't want number 2, guess what? Tomorrow we'll come back and get number 3. It's $5.
So much so that I've almost driven off. Like I'm out.
I'm out. I can't take this anymore.
I can't tolerate this.
Does your wife make her own combos? Hey, can I?
If it's not on the menu,
yeah,
it's not in her bag. So let me put it this way. So it must be something special that has never been created before on the plane. I'm so in trouble right now.
You're going to get in trouble.
It's so in trouble.
Yeah.
It must be something special. Like, I'll give it away. A burger joint, which I won't name because we've already named every place anyway. There's a standard burger that's there. She'll have to have everything off of it and 2 things that aren't connected to it on it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the standard quote. I think it's just a guy thing and a girl thing.
The people want fresh fries, no salt. I'll wait for it.
No salt?
Yeah, I have seen that before.
Have you seen this firsthand?
No salt. Yes, I have. Fresh fries, no salt. I'll wait.
In that case, you're pulling up and sitting on the left for a hot minute.
Oh,
no pun intended.
Like literally, I had the window down and ordered. Well, it's the popo.
But does she do the? Does she do the set? Does set people say, "Hey, I'd like the French fries, no salt," and then they ask for the salt on the side so they can salt it themselves?
Or if you're at Bojangles, it's the crazy tea drinkers who want sweet tea
in a mix,
half and half, no ice, 3 lemons,
and a cup of ice, so they get double the drink.
Yes. I'm all about.
How do I maximize my purchase?
I want to love on the people who are behind there. Just like if it's not on the menu, I don't need it. I'll order what you got and I'll pick the ice out.
Dude, I bet you could bring like some of the local businesses we have that we know that do drive-through and the stories. I bet they have for drive-through.
Burger King ruined us with have it your way right away.
They did.
We don't want it your way.
I call it the drive-screw though, because every time you go through it, you get screwed. Except for the one that sells a lot of chicken. Somehow they get it straight every time, and I just don't know why.
Took a twist.
Yeah.
For the drive-through.
Yeah.
So going back, General Gray.
Yeah, General Gray, more serious things.
Before we leave Triworks history,
yep.
Going back, I wanted to throw the drive-thru in there because I know we're talking about Bojangles, and hopefully at some point in the next day or two we'll launch the Bojangles review. But you told me a story about how Triworks got involved with General Gray and the organization and his legacy, and then where we are right now. So let's fast forward to now. What are we doing, General Gray? Where did we come from? How did we get there?
Yeah, so
give me the story.
The General Gray story is probably one that I'll always remember. General Gray, as you know, was Commandant of the Marine Corps, like 4-star general,
well known,
like crazy well known. He was the general also in charge of Camp Lejeune during the bombing in.
Thank you for saying Lejeune, not Lejeune.
Lejeune. He said Lejeune.
They're French. It's okay.
But yeah, so we got the opportunity to interview them for a local news station here, and we came up with this idea and this theme to tell first-time events, first-time happenings in Eastern North Carolina that happened military-based. Like,
was this before Museum of the Marine or after?
At the same time. So it was during the same time, and it was a dual purpose. So it was for the Museum of the Marine, and it was also for that news organization. Who knows who they are? So I got to interview General Amos first. And I'm saying that for a reason, and we drove to D.C. to meet with General Gray.
Oh, you first name basis?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we drove to.
Did he require you to say that?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got to.
That's respect, man.
And I traveled with I traveled with a couple of lieutenant colonels.
Yeah.
And these lieutenant colonels had served under General Gray and the other. So they were super before we left they're like, Josh.
Rules.
Yeah, rules.
Here come the rules.
Here comes the rules.
Like every lieutenant.
They looked at me. Yeah. They looked at me. He's like, Josh, you need to get a jacket.
Correct.
He straight up said that. He's like, hey man, do you have a blazer? I was like, I'll get a blazer. He's like, you need to wear a blazer when we go up there. Just be prepared. I just want you to be prepared. I was like, yeah, not a problem. So we get to D.C., we park up in D.C., and he's got his own Institute of Policy place. It's legit crazy. We get up in there, we're told we have literally 5 minutes with this guy.
5 minutes with Gray.
Yeah. So he's got handlers. I mean, he's still working day to day with the President of the United States at the time. So he has handlers, and we go in and we meet with him. And of course, I'm not allowed to speak because the lieutenants are there.
Right.
So I brought the whole setup that I wanted to film, like from the chair to the background, the whole 9 yards. And I was told I wasn't allowed to use that, but I brought it anyway because I was going to ask. Yeah. They didn't know that, but I was going to ask. So we get in there, and he's like, "What are we doing?" And he didn't really have a clear kind of understanding because the lieutenants were just worried to ask. Lieutenant colonels were too nervous to ask because this is, I guess, previous boss. And I said, well, this is what I want. I'd really like to have you in this chair that I brought with this
white chair
with the flag behind you. And we want to ask you these questions and all this other stuff.
That's so cool.
And he's like, well, and I was like, and I messed up. I said, well, General Amos, his look great, and I can show you as an example. And you would have thought the air in the room had just disappeared. I mean, he said the bad word, and there's nothing bad there. Right. Like I want to put out there, like there's no bad blood between the two, but one's an aviator,
right,
and one is Marine Corps. Like this, grunt versus that, and so there's always going to be competition. So after I said that, nonetheless, I won't say the lieutenant colonel's name, but he's actually colonel. He goes, he tried to just talk over me, like he just tried to act like that didn't happen. And General Gray goes, Josh, Do you have that video with you? I was like, yes, sir, I do. And I pulled it up, and he watched the whole video, and the whole room is just looking at me like, you can't say that guy's name. And anyways, he looks through, he goes, we can do that. I was like, sweet. He's like, not only can I do that, I'm going to go home. I'm going to get my jacket on, which is made from camo.
Yeah.
It was given to me, and he told me the whole story. Yeah. He's like, and you have an American flag. I'm going to bring my flag that's given to me, made out of like all the other stuff with this 4-star general flag and the whole 9 yards. And he did. He hammed it up. So literally, he
brought his old glory. That was so cool.
He brought it all up, man. It was crazy. And so we sat there with him, and again, we had 5 minutes. We were allowed to have 5 minutes with General Gray. We ended up sitting there interviewing him. I bet it was 2-3 hours. And then we got done. He's like, hey, you guys want to go have dinner? I'm like, yeah. So I got to go have dinner with General Gray. I don't remember if I wore the jacket or not, to tell you the truth. But I had dinner with General Gray and the whole team. And I remember, like, I was just taken back by how incredibly intelligent he was.
Oh,
and
man.
He still
Commandant
is.
of the Marine Corps. Dinner
crazy.
with the Commandant is crazy.
I was like, these people, this is going to sound terrible.
But see, I know you, and I know, just give you a break for a second. I know that you, don't want to give too much away. I know you film everything. So I'm pretty sure there's some legacy footage there. Mm-hmm. That is highly valuable.
Yep, they have it. So
cool.
it's super. It was for me. It was one of those experiences in life that I've kind of written down, and I don't think I'll ever quite forget.
Little feather in the cap moment.
Yeah, I mean, how often do you get to sit with a 4-star general,
Commandant of the
Marine Corps, that's been in charge of all things and still in this day, and to this day he remembers my name. You know, we hear about him through Museum of the Marine and some other things. I'm sure we're going to have some opportunities to work again. Pretty cool. That's a long story. Sorry, but it's fun.
Mascot, North Carolina, where we end up with that. So we're we were just today was the 17th. So we're coming out of COVID restrictions here. Whether we agree or disagree with it, we're pretty neutral when it comes to that stuff. We respect everyone's.
It's nice to
and
go
kindness,
out
but it's really nice to breathe
nice
indoor air without a mask on and outdoor air without a mask on.
Yep. Saw me at lunch without a mask on. It's the first time.
Really?
Pretty face.
Awesome.
Good to go.
Good to go with that. So we're coming out of that. It's going to be a new time. Hopefully, we're going to enter and walk into summer. This is. Well, all times are our busy times, but this is extra busy.
It does. This time of year gets a little bit hectic.
It'd be cool to have some. It was really cool to see everyone hopefully coming together, enjoing just the kindness of everyone being together again, coming out of mask space. So that'd be good.
Yeah. What else you got on your list, man? I know it was long-winded.
We just started talking. I had mask just because we're mentioning like today's date's the 17th.
Yep.
And then the Bojangles.
So we're gonna do any other food things? I think we have a trip planned to the Outer Banks at some point of North Carolina.
Oh, we do. UTV ATVs are coming up for business purposes. So we're going to go to do some UTV ATV action. UTV ATV.
We're going to film it all, and then we have to get some footage for a client that we've been trying to do for weeks for a commercial over there at the bank. So we're going to double dip.
So much in our collective minds and on our digital calendars to even talk about. So we mentioned it like, okay, show me.
Yeah,
so we can talk about it, but it's pretty cool. We're physically live today.
We are physically live today. We have some new tools we're testing out today. That's why we went 100% live.
Oh, man, I wish you could see behind here.
Yeah, it's quite a mess, though.
In here, as we look around.
But it does look extremely good.
Cool. All right, punching out. So we'll hopefully be able to show the cheddar bow.
Yeah.
As we talked about drive-through. This is coming to the gas and drive-through episode.
And if anybody has like any other competitions they might be interested in, just let us know. And then let us know who you think who's better. Who do you think, which Bojangles
Cheese
is better?
biscuits.
Yeah.
Are pretty big around here. Yeah. We test the cheese biscuits at gas stations.
Is it a biscuit or is it a roll? What? That's a debate.
It is possibly a roll. Is it a biscuit?
So we had someone out of town come in that we, brought in, and I said, "Look, man, I've got to get you these cheese biscuits. They're amazing." So we went to good old Jim Dandy and got him one.
It's top notch.
And he's like, "It was good." He's like, "But I don't think this is a biscuit."
He thought it was a roll.
He's like, "This is like a cheese roll." I'm like, "No, man, that's a biscuit." So what is it?
What did he drink with his cheese biscuit?
Oh, he asked for some drink that I've never heard of. I was like, that's not around here. It wasn't bubbly.
Sparkling bubbly
I think it was something like this junk. So.
What do you crack up with your cheese biscuit before you
Man, it's got to be a Diet Mountain Dew with everything.
A what?
A Diet Mountain Dew.
You're going to die
if I had a Yoo-Hoo, I'd drink that.
A Yoo-Hoo?
Yeah, you drink a Yoo-Hoo, you'll gulp it like 2 sips.
Do you have a straw in your Yoo-Hoo or you just straight bottle?
Bottle, man. Straw. Okay. What do you use a straw for?
It's because the Yoo-Hoo's a kid drink.
No, it's not. It's an adult drink.
It is. All right, winding up. We'll be back at some point. Yep. I'm going to go live. Lots of things happening, hopefully more so in the month of May as we wind up. We'll be able to come back again. And in June, we're going to try to make this a regular occurrence. We're trying to get back on the digital horse, the digital